Today I'm building a team, but the countries' names must link. And if I don't get this team to 125 overall by the end of this video, I'll be discarding one random player for every rating I'm away. And I don't want to lose a lot of coins today. Now, the first nation is going to be decided by this pack. It's going to be France, right back, Chelsea. The first player is going to be 119 Gusto. And putting him into the team takes the team rating up to 69.
Nice.
So how this works is because we got Gusto from France, we now need a country beginning with E, as France ends with an E. Now, the first country that comes to mind is Egypt. They have players like Salah, Mahmoud. There's even Ecuador, who have Caicedo, Hincapié, who could go in left back. But then I forgot, my country begins with E. It's England. Now, for England, there's Beckham, there's Bellingham, there's Charlton, Rio Ferdinand, the cutest bold man. There's even a Harry Kane. But I already own this Rio Ferdinand, who is going into this team, and he takes the team rating up to 75. We are 50 ratings away from hitting 125. I cannot afford to lose any players in this team. And what I didn't mention is we are not allowed to have two players from the same nation. So now, no more England players, no more French players. And because England ends with a D, we need to find countries beginning with D. There's, of course, DR Congo, who have this lovely bold man, Wisa, who has a great card, Mbemba, who's a centre-back. We'll fill up both of our centre-backs, or I could play it safe and get their goalkeeper, Fayulu. But DR Congo ends with an O, and the only country I can think of beginning with O is Oman. So this team rating will be instantly cooked if we get DR Congo. But then there's, of course, Denmark, who have one of the best goalkeepers in the world, Schmeichel, who I would love to put in goal. But Denmark ends with a K, and I don't know what countries start with a K. And of course, Dominican Republic, but they only have a 102 rated left back. I'm not gonna lie, I think I'm gonna have to sign my boy Schmeichel's 124 rated card for 4.98 billion. The best thing is, at least we have a goalkeeper locked into this team. The team rating 79. We are getting closer to 125, and there's a lot on the line. There's Ferdinand worth 12 billion coins, Schmeichel worth nearly 5 billion, but now Denmark ends with K. And the problem is we have to think tactically about every nation, because if we don't, we are gonna get someone very bad, and this will kill the team rating, and I'll have to discard multiple players in this final team, and they're not gonna be cheap. But a country beginning with K is Korea Republic, who have Kim Min-jae, Hwang Hee-chan. They even have this Hang In Boem. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And I can buy his 120 for 503 million, which I think is an absolute bargain. Because if I buy this Kim Min-jae, I'm never going to be able to sell him, and I've instantly lost 4.8 billion. And the same with this Hwang Hee-chan. And at least it's a center mid position filled up. So if you put him in center mid, you're probably going to say, yeah, he's 120, but I can rank him up twice to take him up to 122. And the team rating is now 85. We've got a long way to go. But now Korea Republic actually ends with a C. Now I can get a country beginning with C, and I need to think very hard here. There's, of course, Croatia, who have Modric. Croatia end with A, and I think that would be pretty good if I'm not wrong. There's also Cameroon, who have Mbemba. Lovely, bold man. Can put him in right wing. Cameroon ends with an N, and I think there's multiple good nations beginning with N. There's also Canada, who have players like David, Davies, Bombito. Canada also ends with A. There's even Colombia, who have Luis Diaz, Arias, Munoz. I think I'm actually going to play this weird. I'm going to get this 121 Mbemba from Cameroon for 2.9 billion coins. I have to branch out and play this smart, otherwise this team rating is not getting to 125, and I'll be discarding more than one player, which is going to cost me billions of coins and I cannot afford. So I've got to settle with Mbemba here, 121, and of course we can rank him up, and my boy is now 123 rated, which takes the team up to 91. It's looking decent. It's not the best. We are 34 ratings away from saving every player in this team, but now Cameroon ends with N. Now there's nations like Netherlands. I could get players like Sneijder, Hullet, Virgil van Dijk, my favorite player. I would love him. Netherlands ends with an S. I am sure that sounds very good. There's Northern Ireland, which has George Best, one of the best in the game. But there is Norway, where we could get Haaland and put him in strike. And there's even Martin Odegaard. But Norway ends with an Y. And the only country beginning with Y is Yemen, which has bronze players. So we literally cannot afford to get Norway. So I think I'm going to go for Netherlands. And I own this Sniger in my club. Putting him in center mid. He's a 126. The team rating is 97. And I smell the 125 rated team. I am coming for it because I cannot afford to discard anyone. No. Now we need a left back, center back, left wing, and 2 strikers still. Netherlands ends with an S. Now there's Scotland where I could get McTominay. Scotland ends with a D. We already got a country beginning with D. There's even Senegal. Ends with an L, but there's players like Ndiaye, Saw. They look pretty good, but I don't know. But then there is Spain, the best nation, the World Cup winning nation, who have players like Cucurella, Rodri, Kubasi, Lamine Yamal. And Spain ends with an N, so we're back on the loop. But I think we have to take this opportunity. And I think I'm going to take Pau Kubasi because I already have his card. And that takes the team up into the hundreds. It's now 101 rated, but we are still very, very far away. We're 24 ratings away. And now Spain ends with an N. We now need a nation beginning with N. And I already discussed we cannot get Norway as it ends with a Y. Now there's Nigeria who we could get here, which have Osimhen, Lookman. Both strikers can put them in our team. Nigeria ends with an A, but I'm sure it will be okay. But the problem with Osimhen is he's literally not on the market and I cannot buy him. So I'd have to buy this 122 Lookman, and I think I'm going to take Nigeria. 538 million for this Lookman. He's all right. And putting this Lookman into the team. And now the team rating is up to 108. Now we need to find a nation beginning with A as Nigeria ends with A. Now there's Argentina, okay? They have Messi, Riquelme, Maradona, literally the best players in the world, and I would love Messi, not gonna lie. But then if we get Argentina, we are stuck with A again. All right, I think I'm going to take Argentina, okay? And I own this 126 Messi, who could fit in the striker position. The team is now 114 rated, but now I only need a left back and left winger, and I feel like we're going to be stuck in the A's. As Argentina ends with an A, what are we going to do right now? But listen to this. We have Messi on the line. Sniger, Ferdinand, Pau Kubasi, Schmeichel. If we do not reach this 125 team now, everything is coming downhill and I'll be discarding players for every rating I'm away. There's Algeria. There's Mahrez, who's not the highest rated. I don't know where I'll fit him in this team. There is Australia. They have this McGree who could potentially go in left wing, or this Boss who can go in left back, or I could go to Austria. They have Wimmer who could go in left wing, or we could just buy Konrad Laimer and put him in left back. I think I'm going to buy this Australian man, Boss, for 700 million. He's a left back. I hope this is not going to be a bad purchase. We stuck with the Argentina, and that was going to be a consequence. Now we're stuck in the A's. And the worst thing is now we have to put this 122 in the team. It takes a team up to 120, but now we need a good left winger because we are 5 ratings away from our team rating, and I am kind of not that confident that this team rating is going to be that high. We need a left winger from a country beginning with A as Australia ends with A. All right, I didn't realize that I already own a 119 rated Sabitzer, and if I put him into the team is 123. So Sabitzer is not gonna work. We're gonna need an actual left winger, otherwise we are gonna be discarding 2 players in this final team. So we need to find someone, because I'm thinking maybe we just put Messi in like left wing, and I think we can just sign this Kalajids, whatever his name is, for 212 million. He's 120 striker, and I might be doing the maths correct here, okay? I'm telling you, we get rid of Sabitzer and we put this man in strike. The team rating is now 125 rated, which means I don't have to discard anyone. Look how beautiful this team is. And we have 1 player from every nation, and we've done it. And if you enjoyed this video, you'll enjoy this one even more, where I do the exact same video, but players' names must leak instead of nation.